Hello and welcome to English Capsules. Today's capsule, Pone la pava. Get your kettle ready and let's get started.
Hello everyone, welcome back again. So here we are with a special episode in order to honor two special days related to our roots, our country, which is Argentina. So we have decided to put two special dates on the same episode.
These are
Yes.
two days that are somehow related. It's not that we chose randomly. These are 2 days that have a particular significance and we believe that they share something in common.
So on the one hand, on November the 10th, in Argentina, it is celebrated something called Día de la Tradición, which, if you are Argentinian, you already know this. This is something to honor the birthday of the poet José Hernández. This is a poet who wrote Martín Fierro, right? Which is a narrative poem in which we can learn about the different experiences that a gaucho has about his lifestyle, customs,
So
language.
most likely in high school you have read it.
Mhm,
Like I
mhm.
had to read it in high school, I remember. Uh, However, I think that Martín Fierro, or at least what I remember, is that it appeared in most of the days in which we commemorate uh, something in Argentina. Like I remember one of my classmates knew some of these lines by heart, so I
Mhm.
remember him payando
Yes,
in most of the celebrations of school.
it is deeply rooted in ourselves, I would say, because I'm thinking that these things that you were mentioning not only happen at school, but also there are many people who say, like, los de afuera son de palo, like, meaning, like, the things that happen in your family stay in your family, like, showing that the outsiders should not interfere. So this is something we many of us say, and it comes out from this story.
Probably it's like if you have read it, you know it, and if you haven't read it, like you said, phrases that have gone by through generations. So
Mm-hmm.
yes. So I was thinking, in the case of someone that is learning Spanish, you know that nowadays there are many people who want to learn Spanish and this,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking how complicated this poem can be for
Yeah.
someone that is trying to learn our Spanish.
Well, but it is more or less what we have done when we started to read poems in English that were from the same century as this. It's like it's an old kind of English, and this is an old kind of Spanish, together with the Gaucho language, like
That's the
combined.
thing that is got like the language that was used by them. So sometimes it's not even easy for us to understand some of the words
No.
or the way they are written because this is a poem that has the peculiarity that is written in the way in which the protagonists would
Mm-hmm.
speak.
Speaking of this character, I was saying at the beginning that the story is about his experiences, his lifestyle, language, and customs. And one of the common customs, or at least that appears a lot, is drinking mate.
Yeah.
So this is how we related Día de la Tradición to our second topic, which is going to be Día Nacional del Mate, or Mate National Day, okay? Which is celebrated in Argentina on November the 30th. So this is the link between the two topics that we were talking about at the beginning.
So I was thinking because you particularly highlighted that this is in Argentina, and I was for a second I was like, well, mate is typical from Argentina. And then I was like, okay, no, we have Paraguay, Uruguay, and in the south of Brazil, mate,
Yep.
something similar to mate is also drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking how we've got this in common, but
Mm-hmm.
like No country prepares it the same way as the others.
And in the case of Brazil, the yerba is different, and the gourd, the container in which you place the yerba, is also different because it is called chimarrão or something like that, a name
Yeah.
like in Portuguese. And something else is that the size and the shape are different, but they are consistent because they are always the same. In our case, we have many different kinds of mates because you have them, like we said, it is a gourd when when it comes from a pumpkin or something like that. But then you have wooden mates. Then you
You
have
have
the
metal.
metal ones, the ones which are made from glass, ceramic. So there's like a variety of material, sizes, and shapes that you can find these mates, right? Why is it that we celebrate this day, or why is it that it is commemorated? According to what some research that we were doing, it is to commemorate the birthday of Andresito Wakarurari. I had to read it because the
No,
last name is
Andresito Wakurari.
Wakurari. Okay. Okay, that's why. I read it and I read it wrong. So, who was this guy? He was an indigenous leader who, in a way, encouraged the growth and the trade of yerba mate. Okay,
Yeah.
which if you don't know what yerba mate is, these are the green leaves that are the main ingredient for the drink that we are mentioning.
Someone that is listening to us doesn't know what this is. So mate has got elements that you need in order to prepare it. That is the mate, like you
Mhm.
said. There can
The
be
container,
different materials, the container. Then we have the straw.
which is also important to clarify that this is a special straw because
Mhm.
at the bottom of the straw there is something like a filter,
Yes.
because the idea is to help the leaves from going up the straw, because otherwise you would swallow the leaves, and that's not the idea.
And that's not
So
nice. That sometimes
that's
happens and it's
awful.
horrible.
Yeah. So if you think this, it would be, many people ask, is it like a tea? Well, I don't know if it is exactly like a tea because it doesn't look like one, but it is an infusion. So in a way, it's the reverse thing of a tea. You have the filter, which is smaller instead of a tea bag, and the content is outside.
So these are the elements. Then you would have a thermos or a kettle. And finally, you have like two ingredients. That is yerba mate and
Mm-hmm.
water. Thing that is not very clear is the temperature of the
I
water.
was going to say the same, because there are people who boil the water, some other people who say that the optimal temperature is 90 degrees, and there are others who prefer 80 to 85. As it happens with many recipes around the world, the ideal thing is to find your own way. Like, you can try, you can see how it feels, you can try different yerba mate brands,
And
different
flavors,
temperatures,
because some of them are
flavors.
flavored. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was also thinking that as you grow older,
Mm-hmm.
you start preparing it differently. Like
In
if
your
I
own way.
remember the first times that I was drinking mate with my
Mm-hmm.
friends, because we start drinking mate when we are teenagers, more or less. Like when you start drinking those mates,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the time you drink them with sugar.
No, but not only with sugar, with a lot. It
Mate
is
is
easier.
really bitter.
Mm-hmm.
So mm, it's a flavor that you need to get used to.
So, speaking of ingredients, there are people who add many strange things to the mate.
Mm.
So, you have yerba is like the key element, of course, but there are people who add grains of coffee, the sugar, then peels like lemon peel, orange peel,
It's
yes,
very in Cordoba. It's very common to add peperina,
pepperina, which is
a
another
herb.
herb. Yeah.
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 And
now it is
and
very trendy. Yeah.
some people instead of using water use milk.
Yeah, I really like that. I do that in the winter because when it is very, very cold, it hits your body faster than water. It's like, but it's not a lot. I mean, you drink fewer mates with
I
that.
imagine you're not going to drink a liter of milk in mate.
No, of course not. And I was going to say before that, which is another ingredient which is also very trendy these days, is to add coconut.
No,
But well,
I don't like it with anything. Like,
okay.
no, no,
It
no.
always depends on the user for me. So,
Yeah, yeah.
of course.
Though there are some things in which we as society agree. There are some things that you shouldn't do with mate. So, for example, you are not supposed to remove the yerba using the straw. You don't touch the straw.
To move it when you no. There are people who do that, but I hate them. I hate those people. Yeah, the idea is to leave the yerba as still as you can. That's the idea, right? You shouldn't like stir, like it's not a spoon, it's a straw.
Then we have like this thing that you don't say thank you until you don't want any more mate. So when you want it, when it's your last one and you receive it, you're going to say thank you because that's going to be the last one that you take.
The meaning of thank you when you are drinking mate is like, I'm done, I'm satisfied, I don't want any more.
You know that this is for someone who has never seen us drinking mate. You only have one straw that is shared by everyone. Some people clean it, some people don't.
And this is the one of the things that strike people the most. People, I mean foreigners, because it's like everyone is using the same straw. Like, disgusting. It can be a bit disgusting, but so is an arguile. So
You don't have to think about it.
no, I don't have
Join
to
the
think.
adventure.
Yeah. And the other day, I saw an actor. Who was it? Jared Leto, who was. He says that he loves coming to Argentina. He loves the food. He loves the people, and he says that he drinks mate. So the guy, the interviewer, who was from Argentina, was drinking mate, and he says, "Can you give me one?" Sure, the interviewer was like thrilled, sure, here's your mate. And Jared Leto added a second straw. And the guy was like, what are you doing? And he said, I want to use my own straw. So there was one mate with two straws, which was like, what?
So I was also thinking of two more things that normally
Okay.
happen in the round of mate. When water comes out of it, normally you say mate chorreado pare gorreado.
Well, yes. Okay, the person who gets the last mate gets married. And there is something else we say, that is, you cannot have only one mate, because if you have only one, you are rengo. Like, no te vas a rengo. Like,
It's
you need
true.
to have two. Like, at least you need to have two.
So
I don't know where all these things come from, but well,
from
it's
tradition,
like tradition.
this
Yeah.
passes from generation to generation. We keep repeating things, though sometimes we don't know what we are repeating. So it's a nice tradition that we have. So I think that this is like to show that mate is quite free in the sense that you can prepare it your own style as long as you have all the elements we mentioned. It's one of the most rooted traditions in Argentinians.
Okay, so we have two questions for our audience. The first one is, when do you drink mate? And the second one is, what do you add if you add something? Like if you add any of the things that we have mentioned, if there is something else you add, if you don't like to add anything, so feel free to comment here below if you are on Spotify or in YouTube, or go to our Instagram account, The English Capsules, and comment below the post. Okay, that's all for today. Bye for now.
See you in our next episode.